faded glory polo and denim jeans, feeling like a boss. And I instantly realized that when I stood among my peers, one of these things is not like the others. I was not properly dressed for high school success. Everyone who was anyone in school was rocking Hollister this, Diamond that, Obey this, American Eagle that, Express jeans, Levi's, the list goes on and on. I saw that if I was gonna break into the cool kids crowd, or at the very least, not be in the lame kids crowd, I had to step my shit up. So I called up my dad, hoping that he could drop me a Diamond Supply stimulus package, but the call went something like this.
Hey, son, how you doing?
Hey dad, what's up?
Oh, you know me, son. I'm good. How you doing, my boy?
I'm good. You know, just here doing my thing.
Oh, that's good to hear, son. That's good to hear. How you liking school?
Oh, yeah, it's been good, you know. You know me, dad. School's never been hard for me.
That's great, son. That's great.
Although, I was wondering if you could send me some money.
Okay, what do you need money for, son?
Just school stuff, you know.
What kind of school stuff we talking about?
Well, I need some clothes.
Clothes? What do you mean you need clothes? You came to America with 2 full suitcases of clothes. Why you need more clothes?
Yeah, dad, but they're not cool enough, man. Like I wanted some cool clothes, you know, to fit in better.
Hold on a second.
Fuck.
So I that me send you to school for Christopher? You frightened for the little white pitney them? I turn you in a poppy show, Chris?
No, dad.
You come to America so you can do well in a school and you can get into a good university. So you can get a good career and then you can go buy whatever clothes you want to buy. Don't bother watch nobody because they're not going to do nothing for you. Just study a book, pass your exam them and all the meds. Alright? Okay?
Yes, dad.
Alright, I have to go. So have a good day, sir. Love you.
Love you too, dad. Talk to you soon. So basically, my swag was bound to stay on a minimum well before keeping your swag on a minimum was considered cool by anyone. So for months, I continued to go to school wearing my clothes from Jamaica, and at the same time, I started to grow like a weed. In less than a year, I went from being 5'10" to 6'1", which of course was a good thing. It made me more useful on the basketball court, and it bolstered my confidence. But on the flip side, all of my shirts started to get that crop top action. So now, not only were my clothes uncool, but they were getting too small. I would stretch my arms up to reach something on a high shelf and end up looking like a bitch wearing her latest summer tee from Forever fucking 21. Things were getting out of control. So at this point, I was able to convince my parents to send me some money to go and buy some new clothes, but the money didn't go very far. I mean, you can only wear the exact same 3 outfits to school so many times before people start to notice. Things were looking grim, and it seemed as if I would never climb up the extremely shallow and superficial yet alluring social ladder that is high school popularity. Just then, when all hope seemed lost, a small golden light appeared at the end of the tunnel, and as it got closer, the golden light took the form of an arch. Wait, no, 2 golden arches. Could it be? Yes, it was. My first job opportunity. You see, I lived with my aunt and uncle in Florida along with 2 older cousins who also moved from Jamaica a couple years prior to me, both of whom had jobs at McDonald's, and the older of the 2 cousins was a manager. So one day, after getting roasted to a crisp for wearing a pair of USPA shorts to PE, which is a fucking story in of itself, my cousin told me that she could get me a job at McDonald's if I wanted. Now, up until then, I had never even considered the prospect of getting a job, but now that it was laid in front of me, it all made sense. If my parents weren't going to give me money for clothes, then I might as well go and make it by myself. So my cousin got me an interview, which she ended up doing herself, and just like that, I got my first job. I was 16 years old and I couldn't have been more proud of myself. I didn't care that it was for what is literally the lowest rung possible on the ladder in terms of a part-time job. I was about to be stacking that paper, man. And thus begins my very short relationship with McDonald's, because little did I know that I was about to experience the most awful month of my entire professional life. That's right, it only took me 1 month to get fired from this place, as a series of events that unfolded within that month sparked a passionate fire of hatred and detest for the establishment known only as McDonald's. So now you have some context as to why and how I got this job in the first place, and how badly I would have wanted it all to work out. But alas, instead of being the solution of my dreams, it was the beginning of a nightmare. So stay tuned for the second part of this animation, part 2 of how I got fired from McDonald's, as I give you all of the gritty details of how and why I was terminated from this job. What's up, fam? Thank you for watching yet another Don Hines animated story. I hope y'all don't mind me making this a 2-part video. I just really wanted to give y'all the backstory as to what motivated me to get in this job in the first place, and I didn't want y'all to have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for another animation, so I thought this story broke into 2 parts pretty well, so that's what I did. I thank y'all in advance for all the love that you're about to show this video by liking it, sharing it, and commenting down below. If you don't know what to comment, tell me about the first shitty job you ever had, if you've ever had one. If you haven't, what's your dream job? Tell me about that. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Also, do me a big favor and join the notification. Some cookies? Okay, just know that you're probably gonna have to ask someone else to do another tray after me, because I'm definitely gonna forget about them in the oven. So you might as well just take 24 cookies out of the freezer and just throw them in the garbage, because you're basically doing the same thing. Come again? You actually want me to assemble the burgers? Have you lost your mind? I mean, sure, I'll do it. That is, of course, if you're okay with waiting 5 minutes per burger, because I definitely don't remember how to make any of this shit, except the McChicken. I will definitely be spending an extra 2 minutes trying to find the instructions on this little picture thing above the sandwich table, so, yep. Sorry. Eventually, the managers did figure out my calling. I became the bread guy. You see, when you work on the sandwich table at McDonald's, your responsibilities include, but are not limited to, checking for new orders, making sure the bread trays were full, toasting the bread, and assembling the sandwiches. I was so bad at everything else that the managers decided to take the 2 simplest responsibilities of the sandwich makers and give them to me. So for entire shifts, my job was to make sure that the bun trays were always full and to toast the buns for the new orders. And whenever it got slow, I would just clean. That was pretty fucking sad. I also stole a lot. Wait, let me explain. Almost everyone who worked there stole. And no, I don't mean money. I'm talking about food. Whether it was squeezing 13 nuggets into a 10-piece box, or putting an extra patty and some bacon on a burger, or my personal specialty, smuggling cookies into your pocket when the manager wasn't looking, stealing was just a part of the culture. And as all of you should know by now, that Don Hines will always do it for the culture. And although I might have been one of the worst employees McDonald's has ever hired when it came to actually doing my job, I was a god at stealing cookies. At any given plea, you're fucking welcome, because there's a good chance that that one was from me. And although you were probably disappointed when you got it, at least you know it wasn't You know, like hundreds of people saw these bags in my story and they thought they were real. I had it in my hands. It looked and felt pretty high quality. Of course, there are gonna be a few hateful ass that are gonna claim that the bag is fake. But even though I thought that, I just couldn't shake this weird feeling that I had. What if these dudes really sold me fake Supreme? No, my Supreme bag fake. Nigga, the very first video that pops up has my red Supreme bag as the f***ing thumbnail. No, it can't be. I click on the video. Nah, son, I guess Jesus heard my prayers. All 437 of them. Yeah, boy, I dodged that bullet. The pot gave her the message. It was not having a baby. I was so happy, man. I was so happy. I wasn't gonna have a kid. Yeah. You made me wanna sing. So
Taylor about the fucking flex.
I'm not gonna have a kid. I'm not gonna have a kid. Oh wow, yeah. I'm not gonna have a kid. I'm not gonna have a kid. I'm not about to have a baby, yeah. Last night it was more like maybe, yeah. I was on my knees, yeah. I was like, God please, yeah. I wasn't ready for it. I couldn't handle.
If you want to sell online, make sure you stand out. Go to Wix e-commerce and create a professional online store that will grab shoppers' attention. Build a state-of-the-art storefront and make it your own. Showcase your products with striking product pages and sell subscriptions. You can practically smell the beans. Go global and display prices in local currencies. Want to boost your sales? Grab a coffee and chat with your customers to offer product advice and send instant coupons. Streamline your checkout process with automated shipping fees and sales tax calculations. If a customer leaves items behind, remind them to complete their purchase with an abandoned cart recovery email. As orders come in, manage your inventory and track your sales from one convenient dashboard. Analyze your comprehensive sales and traffic reports or build your own. Check out these and more must-have e-commerce features for sellers who mean business. Go to Wix e-commerce and create your online store today.
What's going on, James here? Over the last couple of years, I built a huge business online. I'm gonna get to those two whiteboards because it's got some important information on it. I'm gonna talk about my little tiny.
Hey, let's say she like texts me, I don't hit her up for a while, and then she texts me, what do I do then? David then tells me that if that happens, I basically got a curver. He was saying that if she sees that I look like I'm moving on, she's gonna kind of like test it, you feel me? To see if it's like real or not. And if I jump at it the first time she shows me some attention after breaking up with me, then she's gonna know I didn't really move on. She basically has to be asking to come back. Anything short of that is a test. So of course, I'm looking at this dude like he's crazy. First, he tells me that I basically gotta forget about her. And then in the off chance that she actually does hit me up, I gotta like curve her unless she's like, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear her ask to come back. So I was like, well, thanks for the jacket. So you don't want to get back together? I'm like, skirt. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I want to get back together. I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you know. Listen to that voice in your head that tells you what to do. Ask it for guidance. Do that, and you will become legendary. So if the day ever comes that a girl is in your life, it will be because you chose